Would you like to upgrade your portfolio with images like this, like this, like this, this and this? Hello guys, my name is Benjamin. I'm a fashion and portrait photographer based in Lagos, Nigeria. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create stunning images for your portfolio. I'm going to share with you guys 3 tips that you can apply to your workflow that will help you to create images like the ones I showed you in your portfolio. So let's get right into it. If you want to create stunning images, there are 3 things you need to do to get your portraits and your images right. And retouching is not one of them. The first thing you need to do is to get the story right. Whether you're a wedding photographer, portrait photographer, documentary photographer, or fashion photographer, there should always be a story that you want to tell. It could be a natural story, a personal story, or a story about the subject, but you should get a story that you want to tell. At the recently concluded Canon Masterclass in Port Harcourt, where I was invited to speak together with one of Nigeria's top wedding photographer, Bej Pictures. In that masterclass, I can remember Bej mentioning how he chooses a story that he wants to tell in his photograph and the kind of story he tells. And guess what? He mentioned that he loves to show the bond, connection, and love shared between his couples. And that is the story that he likes to tell about his couples. Just doing so made his work not only exceptional, but unique among the numerous wedding photographers that we have in Nigeria. So it is very, very important that you have a story that you build your images around so that your audience can easily connect with your images. Number 2, you need to get your light right. I always say this. In my last video, I talked about 3 things that you can do to improve your images. And right now, I'm also talking about what you can do to get better images in your portfolio, and light is very, very, very important. If you not light your subject or your scene right, you've already failed the image. You have to understand lighting and you have to get the images right in the camera before even getting to post-production. Light are used for numerous things, but I'm going to point out 3 things that is very, very important that you look out for when you are trying to light up your image. Light is used to reveal your subject. Yes, light is used to reveal the position of your subject and who your subject is. So the first thing you want to look at when you are using light is to first reveal who your subject is. So you want to aim at lighting your subject's face, and we call that the main light. Number 2, your light is used to interpret or narrate the story that you've created. So the positioning of your light and the number of lights that you are using in that image will give your audience a clear understanding of what the image is all about. Number 3, you should understand that you use your light to create moods that your audience can connect with. How you want your audience to feel about the image and the connection you want between your audience and the image you created can be determined by proper lighting. And that's why it's very good that you watch movies and music videos, because in music videos and movies, lighting are being used to interpret different things in the movie, like different emotions, and create different moods that the audience can connect to and tell what is happening at a particular scene and what the music or the movie is trying to tell, or what the story is all about. For example, most times in horror movies, you can see how most times maybe the villain is being lit from under, and when you use a light from under, it shows like the subject is very, very terrifying and looks very horrific. So people can easily just decode that and say, oh, this is a very dangerous person, or this is the villain. in the movie. But if you want people to have a particular type of emotions or connection to a particular subject in that movie or music, you can also use a very soft lighting that is coming close to your subject from above, and this will endear your audience to your subject and make them feel a certain way towards your subject. And that's because soft lighting are more endearing and creates that appealing connection between your audience and your subject. Let's talk about the third thing that you can do to improve your images in your portfolio, which is connection. What kind of connection? We're talking about human or emotional connection. You have to develop that part of your workflow, because without this, you can't get your audience to really connect very well with your images, even though you get the first two right. Why do I say this? Is because you need to connect with your subject, and your subject needs to connect to the story in order for you to be able to interpret the story properly. If the emotion is not there, then the vibe that your audience will get from the entire story will be missed. The best way to connect to your subject is to make them very comfortable, mostly when you are meeting them for the first time. So most of the times you talk to clients that you've not met before and you may not see until the day of the shoot. So you need to find a way to connect with your clients. Best way to connect with your subject is to make them comfortable. Very, very comfortable, especially when you are meeting them for the first time. And how can you do this? When you're meeting them for the first time, you have to welcome them with a very pleasant smile. Praise them during and after the shoot. Look for things in their body that you can compliment them about. Like you can compliment a lady about, oh, you're looking beautiful. You can tell her about her hair is nice. Also for a man that is wearing a tuxedo, you can praise them and commend their tuxedo, tell them, oh, your tuxedo is looking very nice and all that. These are ways you can build a rapport between yourself and your subject. And also during the shoot, you want to look for ways to commend them when they are doing well. Praise them when they are doing well. Find common grounds by trying to establish conversations before and during the shoot. Direct and guide them during the session and be kind to them by showing care. When you do this, it will help them trust you, and with trust, they can easily feel comfortable and connected to you. Getting this right means creating more appealing images that your audience can appreciate and connect with very easily. So regardless of if you are doing personal project or paid project, you want to look for ways to check these three boxes when I don't tell you now for this video. If you do this, believe me, you're not going to get it wrong when next you are creating your image. Even before your post-production, you definitely know that you've created some stunning image, and your subject or your clients will be very, very happy with what you've done and will be eager to see the final result. These are my two kobo why I want to share with you now. If you love this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on all social media platforms. See you in the next video.